fibroid. What you gonna do? What you gonna do if it come for you? What you gonna do? Okay, so let's just get the elephant out the room right now and answer the question. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do if the fibroids come for you? Do you even know if they came for you already? I like videos and testimonies or victories that are in progress. Not everything has to be cutthroat. Hey, let me show you how I did this and went to this. That's cool. But the reality to me is seeing someone actually move through a storm and out at the finish line sometimes, because it shows the realistic progress. You know, everybody waits to post about this to this from this point, right? Not everybody does progress, especially in something in this topic. I'm Marisha, your health and wellness coach of Embody Fitness, and I'm here to give a little bit about me. Quick disclaimer before I move on. When I speak about stuff, if you are new to following me, I do not like to attach I have or say I am or doctor diagnosed me with this. I don't do that. So it just exists. So you won't think, you know, it's crazy. It could be something that you could implement in your life or how you talk about yourself. So fibroids exist. Okay? Fibroids have existed since about 2017, 18. And in my head, what I'm sharing is that I think the doctors that I dealt with already knew that these things existed and just said it was something else, right? Like, oh, you have a benign cyst, right? Then rapidly a benign cyst became a fibroid. Logistically, to me, that's just like you already kind of had an inclination that something was there. But anywho, but people play the game because, you know, it's all about the money in that industry, for majority of them. And I took matters into my own hands, and I'm going to tell you how you can do the same thing while I'm in progress of doing the same thing. So there is no me doing the journey and then now I'm sharing it and I'm done. Because it's a lifestyle thing, okay? Because definitely how things sway out, they can sway right on back in if you mess around with Mother Nature. So I changed up how I ate starting in 2012. That definitely helped be the game changer. I am on the holistic route of handling everything. I do not like over the counter. You're not cutting me. You're not doing any of those things. So what I did and what you can implement and what I'm doing right now is releasing the meat, releasing the animals, right? If you don't want to do it permanently, do it for a good extended amount of time. And now a lot of the things that I talk about, if you have been following me, kind of intertwine with getting back to the root of you, who you are, the natural way of handling things. So being more active, reducing the amount of salt and sugar that you intake, because those are the prime culprits, that start the diseases in our body, the processed salt and sugar. Okay, so find your alternative to make your sweeteners. Find your alternative to utilize as that salt for your savory. we are in the era of utilizing these handheld computers that we can look up anything. Because I know, you know how I know you good at this? Because you'll search on Amazon for something that you want. Okay? So do the same thing with applying it to yourself. Um, I'm gonna get back on me real quick. I went from 2 hands of, I reject that. See how I'm still learning? It went from 2 hands of fibroids to 1 hand. Ooh, do your dance. Go me. Ooh, ooh, go me. Ooh, ooh, get it, girl. We went from 2 hands, ooh, to 1 hand. 2 hands, ooh, to 1 hand. Ooh, 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 ooh. Okay, quick praise break. You gotta dance in the rain, okay? Another thing that you have to do, or I would suggest, is fast. Fast frequently. So even if you fast, meaning like you fast until noon, excuse me, fasting on liquids. So you drink your herbal teas. Find you a source, a reliable source for herbs where you can get assistance with helping with certain body parts, right? So they have the herbal teas for your womb. Get those teas. Go to your local health food store. Yarn and say what's up. If you trust those people, those are your peoples or your international markets, and they have these herbs, Google herbs that help with healing your womb. Try them out. Do not add any sweeteners to your herbal teas. I don't do that. I have a few reliable sources, local and national, that I source from for herbs to assist with this journey. I use key limes in my tea. I do not put any other sweetener. I love agave. I deal with maple syrup here and there, but I'm not dropping any of that in my drink. I'm at that point where I don't need it. And I can really chug it back and then have a shot of um, a lemon lime juice. I could do that too. So fasting, consuming herbs, right? We want to consume more fresh stuff. We want to stay away from the salt, sugar, oil, flour, or minimize it. So in your house is where you would not have it. Okay. So and if you're out at social gatherings, you say, hey, I'm gonna do it, but then don't even overdo it then. Journal, take pictures. You don't want also, excuse me, don't only drink your herbs. If you're at that point in your life where you're like, I don't want to drink them, they taste nasty, take a foot bath, right? Because I don't know if you live in a home where you could take a bath, steep your herbs and then strain them and pour the water in your bath. If you can, take a bath. Yawn is just really out here today. I guess she's proud of me. We're talking about this. This is very vulnerable for me to speak on because I am one to. I'm not hard. Okay, I am. I'm hard. I was hard on myself. I'm gonna speak that into existence. I was. I am soft, loving, more considerate of myself and my journey, and that I know that somebody needs to hear this. In the space of healing. Okay. Um, I went to the doctors only to get my regular checkup and get the ultrasound, transvaginal ultrasound, to see what was going on, the measurements, right? And if you don't understand anything in your results, because you should request your results back from your doctor, she or he can send you to a specialist to do the ultrasound, transvaginal ultrasound, and then those results will go back to your doctor and your doctor will read them off to you. Ask your doctor for your results. Underline the words, underline measurements, underline numbers, and get to Googling, because this is exactly what I did and what I've been doing. And the progress doesn't have to go as fast as a surgery, because guess what? I am late 30s. I am in my late 30s, and habits and things that I have been um, living and doing have been longer than I have been helping to heal myself. So I am not looking for a overnight thing, because it wasn't overnight. I also know to tap into the mental, spiritual healing part of this journey, because it is not all food, okay? This ease does not only come from food that you implement in your life. It comes around because of the people, the energy, the things that you entertain, the things that your parents entertain, because you took on that energy from them when they conceived you, when you came earthside, the things that you were exposed to or unknowingly participating in because you didn't know any better, because at that time in your life you thought what was somebody was teaching you was the greatest thing, and it wasn't, right? So we have a lot of components as to why things exist, and I could speak for myself like I can speak for anybody else. I mean, I can, but in regards to the fibroids existing, I can give you the rundown of everything I've been doing since it's been over 10 years, right? And ultimately, it is the emotional traumas, the spiritual trauma, everything outside of food is what is navigating this world of things to exist. And there's it's trapped emotions. And I know that because I've been studying myself. So I'm going to keep it short and cute and just go over everything again, because that's basically it. It is the bulk of this existing is due to emotional, unhealed trauma, trapped trauma, right? Knowingly and unknowingly. And, a lot of people I know who are dealing with disease, because, you can reflect yourself on others. And, I'll sit around, people like, well, I ain't got nothing, ain't nothing going on in my life, ain't nothing going on, right? But I could tell, again, by how you eat, what you're craving, all these things are impact on what is happening in your body. We think just what we eat is just gonna just stop here and satisfy the, feeling of fullness here. No, we are biology and we are what we eat. Um, so I would just say, if you are struggling, I don't like that word. I reject that, retract that. If you are having challenges with fibroids, right? First, change your language. Don't go around saying I have. Stop diagnosing yourself 1,000 times a day, 1,000 times every conversation. You do not have. It just exists. Okay. Um, Speak highly of it, meaning of you, that it does not exist with I am. It exists by itself. Okay. Um, and sit down and think of all the things that when you're eating, what is associated with that, because that is the emotional trauma bond that you're having when you're craving these sweets and salty things. That's also feeding those clusters of cells that are hovering together in whatever corner, and the energy. And women, I mean, we harbor a lot of our energy in our hips, which is why I don't even want to say we have issues with moving or gyrating, but a lot of our energy here, obviously because we even create life there, that's a lot of energy. But we harvest a lot of energy there, which is why we have a lot of issues happening there as well. Just kind of sit down and think and connect everything, and you'll have your aha moment. It's not really complicated, and I didn't want to really like talk so much about it, but or long be long-winded. Let me just say that. But Food does deal with it. I'm not negating away from it. Food does deal with it. So that salt, sugar, that fried food, that salty food, that oily food, that junk food, all those things that are not food that we are consuming do add fuel to the fire. But deep down, deep down, deep deep down, it goes beyond the food. So we want to check ourselves and really find where something has triggered and is still lingering. Because I guarantee, again, this is something else that I've been through, where I sat down and I wrote a letter to an age of myself, meaning like a 6-year-old version of me, a 7. And I cried my eyes out. And that trauma correlated with how I was being so mean and hard, like wall hard, like cement block, like don't play with me type energy. You know, that's a New York thing when you clap. I don't know where you're from if you're watching, but you know, you clap and you talk. So yeah, I'm like, I don't take no bull. Not an angry person walking around looking to fight, but it's just that I have that block up because of things that happened, right? And that has crumbled down at least 90%. But my point is, you sit down and you'll find out the reason why you are craving these type of things at whatever time of the night. It's repetitive. It's the time of the year that you crave it, that you want it. Alcohol, weed, um, chips, ice cream, macaroni and cheese. You want chicken. You want lobsters. Whatever it is, think about it. That's all I'm telling you. And then think when you think about it or when you're craving it, write down what you're thinking about. So then now the next time it come up, you're gonna compare and you're gonna be like, okay, so I remember last time, let me see. Oh, I was thinking about Corey when I wanted these crab legs last time. Right? You're gonna look at your notes. And you may laugh or cry. You may do both. And both are okay because it's emotional expression. Um, but working out purposes, get into it. We want to do like more Pilates, more core exercises. Also, just putting your hands on there. Cleanse your hands, speak life, and then also give your womb a name, your uterus a name. You know, you don't have to share it with anybody. That could just be between you and your womb. Talk to your womb. Look at your vagina. Form a relationship with it because I'm gonna assume you being a woman watching this, you don't look at your vagina often. And if you do, comment below and tell me. You know, don't be posting no pictures, but just say, yeah, girl, I be doing that. I'm not one of them who ignore it. Form a relationship, apologize to your womb, have that conversation with your womb, and you know, ask to be forgiven to your most high and your womb for the things that you are aware of or you weren't aware of, excuse me, and the things you are aware of, you know, with the interactions you have with people, because the energy, even being sexual with somebody, putting that energy in, if you had any terminations of pregnancies, um, anything that harmed her, right, didn't bring any life, because we are all literally, we, me, myself, and I are all one. So what I do up here will affect her down here. What I do down here will affect up here, right? But speak highly to yourself, of yourself. Don't connect yourself with the dis-ease or the ailment. Change your food, what you intake. If you are heavy on your salt, oil, flour, sugar, I strongly suggest that you reduce that baby, okay? Reduce it all the way down to the ground, okay? Do it right now. And you will see a difference. You drink, you gotta start letting up on something, because it's just like you can't say, hey, I'm gonna go to the doctor and you're gonna rely on them, because guess what? I know people who have had surgery, and guess what? You already know I'm about to say, right? Stuff came right on back. And guess what? Some of these people I know, and they came back to me, talking to me, saying, girl, I got to do what you're doing because I tried this route and I went to the doctor and had surgery and these things then came back. And I said nothing. I'm just like, yeah, you know, I want to say I told you so, but I'm not. In my head, I did. But now if people get, nuck and buck, I will. Be like, I told you so. But don't just rely on the surgery. Because even if you do go that route and you say, hey, I'm going to just jump the gun and do the surgery, you still got to do the work that I'm talking about. Like right now, you had the surgery. The same thing with people who get their stomach tied. You have to implement everything in your life from that point on to keep it that way. There is no going back. But guess what? You know why these people return to being bigger and return to having fibroids and return to having X, Y, and Z? Because they didn't do the real deep work. Okay, so we're coming to the closing of this video. I just want to show you something that I implement that is something that is very, very, very important for you to implement if you don't. And that is castor oil. Let me see. Let me do my favorite thing. Okay, castor oil. You can see that I use it. You can use this for your castor oil packs. What's a castor oil pack? Using your castor oil for a castor oil pack. The things that you'll need for this, first off, I'm going to tell you what it is. It's literally simple. It's hot water bottle like this. See? It's shining because that old castor oil be on it, right? You fill this up with burning hot water. Like not boiling water, but just extremely hot water from the tub, right? And I say the tub because it'll bend like this in your sink. In your tub, it'll stay like this under that water valve, right? And then you, hold on, show you. You have a twisty top, tie it on, and it's like this. And then this will go across your abdomen area, right? And I'll stand up and show you in a minute. I'm gonna show you my belly. And this is the fabric that you would wear over your abdomen. And some people do castor oil packs for their liver, but you can also do that as well, right? So I'm gonna stand up and I'm gonna show you. Okay. So Super Zabar, this is my shirt. Ain't nobody holding no little babies in there, no. I can't even keep my pants up. I lose so much, I release so much weight. So anyway, this is just to cinch. You know how people like shirts to cinch weight. Anyway, let me stay focused. So let me tuck that in like this. All right. So you want to be healing down here, right? I'm not going to really pull my pants all the way down. But you would put the pack on like this. And this is oil and a little coloring from towels and stuff that I put on it. And I'll explain what that is about. So you're here, you put that on your belly, right? Now, they sell this for you to put a little hot pocket. I call it a hot pocket of those water bottles that I showed you. I like the big water bottle. So you put it on. You strap it on like that, right? Boom. Okay. And again, see, I done washed this thing, hand washed it a few times. You're not supposed to put this in the, still showing my belly. In the wash machine, you're supposed to hand wash it. So it is not, it's not soiled, but castor oil, if you've been dealing with it or you know how to, you know what I'm trying to say. Anywho, it's clean. But it's going to be saturated from all the times that you use it. So, again, after you put that on, then you put the water bottle over you and you do this, right? Hot water bottle. You lay down for about 40-45 minutes with that over it, because we know that castor oil penetrates very deeply, and with the heat it'll help it go a little further. So you do 3 days on, or maybe 2 days on, 2-3 days off. Follow your pattern, whatever you pick. Don't do it if you're pregnant. Don't do it if you're on your period. That's a no-no. Again, you can look up YouTube University for further details, because this is how I found out about it. For people who are like really, really deep into that stuff. Then once you put the pack on, so this is the pack. They used to have old school way you would do it. This is so much more convenient. If you did it old school way, where you put that linen cloth on you, then you saran wrap, and we went through it. People used to put the cloth on and saran wrap and then do the water bottle. So that was a lot of work, a lot more work. Now you could just kind of just pour it in that fabric and pat it in, and then any excess I'll just rub it in, and then I lay down. But I put a towel over my cloth, the pack. That's what I was saying, the coloring, because gray, black, blue, whatever, all these colors is just all saturated in it, and it gets in there, and I don't wash it immediately. So there you have it. Implement this in your life along with your lifestyle changes, and you will definitely see rapid changes. Also, to help keep your iron up, because that's another thing on why the issues are issues. Our iron is low because we lose a lot of blood, right? Blackstrap molasses. I'm thinking, y'all. Blackstrap molasses is very good to take a spoonful of it, tablespoon. I like to chase it with the lime juice, not because of taste, but because it's thick and it sits in your mouth. Like almond butter. I don't do no peanut butter. But that, can't talk, can't move your mouth. Chase it with some lime juice. Good to go. First thing on the horizon, water, blackstrap molasses. Make sure it's just completely 100% blackstrap molasses. Ain't nothing else in it. No citric acid, none of this other stuff. Nothing. Blackstrap molasses. I'm trying to think. What's the last thing? That's a key element, y'all. That castor oil pack. That is the truth. You do that, stay on it. With everything else that you implemented, you will see a difference over time. And you may see a difference faster than me. So who knows? I don't know. Again, I know that the fibroids that exist are existing only because of things outside of food. Because I have done what some people would consider extreme. The 60-day juicing, grapes, eating live and raw, no salt, oil, flour, no sugar, a lot of stuff. And I'm still finding out stuff, what's happening with me, regurgitating and releasing some things. So do these things, journal, take pictures, and if you do go to your doctor, that's cool, because that's what I still go. But you don't have to receive what they say. You can hear them. You do not have to receive it. Go and do your research, and you'll be all right. So that is my advice. If you have any questions or any comments or concerns, you can reach out to me. All that info is in my bio on my page. It's also in this caption description of this video. And I wish you well, I wish you wealth, and I wish you health. Peace.